Greg Hughes is the Executive Vice President of Communications for NBC Sports. Over the next month, NBC will have the Super Bowl, the Olympics, the NBA All-Star Game, and more. But this is nothing new for Hughes, who's seen it all from his days at TNT Sports to today with NBC. This is why Greg Hughes is the main event. Greg, really appreciate your time. I want to start off fast. You've been tight with a lot of people. But Charles Barkley, going back to your TNT days, give us your best Barkley story, or at least one of that you can share.
That I can share. There are a lot of them I can't. But thanks for having me on. Charles is one of my favorite people in the whole world. He might be my favorite. One of the first story I'd share is like a very early story when he was out there in the marketplace as a free agent, retiring from his NBA career. Charles was rumored to be going to NBC. Dick Ebersol at NBC had courted him strongly, and he told his agent, Mark Perman, hey, I want to go visit these Turner guys and see what's up there. And he came down a couple of times, and we had a great time together. Mark Lazarus, Brad Siegel, myself were sort of the main recruiters on it, and we were just having fun. And we told him, you can be you. We wanted him to be Charles Barkley, not a TV guy. And that has held true to this day. I mean, you've seen it from the jump. And Charles being Charles has been like one of the great things in sports media over the last 25 years. And the other thing I'd say about him, he's a very generous guy. Charles always gives money, like cash money, to interns and people who are leaving the company early in their careers. He will give them an envelope of cash and say, hey, thank you, good luck. He's that kind of guy. He's one of a kind. He's one of my favorite people in the world, like I said.
Yeah, best studio analyst in sports media history.
He also does a big annual party every year that he pays for. That's always at some really nice place like Top Golf or somewhere. And he pays for it. And it's great food, great atmosphere, things to do, open bar, and car services, rides for people if they need them to get home. Like he's a great human.
That's his rep. I mean, I know him a little bit, but it's, the way you see him on the air, I think he's a lot like that off the air, from what I understand. All right, we're presented by WSC Sports. You want to make your life easier, your team, your network, your league, WSC Sports. You got to use digital asset management, AI tags, WSC-sports.com. Twice weekly podcast, AndrewMarchand.com. I want to first start. You've been in the business now for nearly 4 decades, Greg. When you look at your job and what you're trying to accomplish from your days at TNT Sports to now at NBC Sports, what's the job from your position?
From my perspective, I look at it as image management. If you were to put a big, broad umbrella on top of it, image management of NBC Sports and further helping NBC Universal to the extent that I can. But there are a lot of factors that go into that. I'm a senior advisor consigliere to, going back Mark Lazarus, Pete Bavacqua, now Rick Cordella, but also all the senior leaders at our company, our on-air talent. I am involved with all of those guys, Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, going back Al Michaels, Bob Costas, and a whole bunch of others that, Maria Taylor, et cetera. So when things happen or we're doing stuff publicity-wise, I get involved with them. Crisis management, bringing ideas to the fore is a big part of what we do. I have a staff, and I manage and advise my staff as, Dan Masonson, Chris McCloskey, and my team here. I have an exceptional, experienced staff, so managing those people and giving feedback about what we do on the air and coming up with things that we might do better, differently at times. And so it's a whole lot of things.
One of the reasons I wanted to have you on, you're one of the great storytellers in the business, and we're going to get into that. If you want to listen to the rest of the podcast, AndrewMarchand.com, AndrewMarchand.com. But before we get into the stories, I still want to go, when you look over your, nearly 4 decades, what has changed? What do people do right over the years? And I want the opposite of that. But first, what do people do right?